Phoebe House is called an emergency shelter and a transitional home. Women can come here and stay for a short period of time, up to 2 years. They actually live here. This is their home. And while they're here, they participate in our program. And our program includes things like the women have to attend 4 recovery Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous meetings a week. They are involved in case management, which is a one-to-one conversation with our case manager that every week they plan their goals for the week, how they're going to achieve things that are going to help them gain their children, gain their housing, gain their self-sufficiency.
I became involved in the organization in 2002 when I received a phone call from a group of concerned citizens looking to put together a board and reorganize Phoebe House. At that point, it had been closed down and the women were out on the street, and there was a tremendous need in the community to get our program back up and going. So we did that. This was in August of 2002, and our doors opened in December of 2002. And now here we are 8 years later, and the program has flourished and grown, and the need is probably as great or greater now than it was when we reopened the doors.
We feel that homelessness, as Bill Gates has said, the senior, is only the symptom. It's the underlying issues. She doesn't just need a roof over her head. She just doesn't need money, because they're just going to all go away again unless she has learned how to make decisions, how to work finances, how to take her meds, stay on her meds. Because the last thing children really need is a mom that's not emotionally and mentally fit. So I think the work that we do at Phoebe House is really significantly different than what anybody else is doing. It's trauma informed.
When I came to the new Phoebe House, I was very desperate to get my children back. I'd been in compliance for several months, but I kept hitting roadblocks. And I also felt very stressed out in my recovery, and I didn't feel like I really had a good support system. And since coming here, it's changed my life. It's changed my whole perspective. It's given me a whole new lease on life. They've been very supportive and very caring. My children are very at home here.
We are an emergency shelter. We are a transitional home. And we also do very much treat our home as a safe harbor for women who have experienced domestic violence.
The women we serve are homeless, many of them, all suffering from some form of addiction, primarily to meth, although typically they're addicted to other drugs as well. Our real mission is to reunite these women with their children, and the difference that makes in these women's lives is kind of what keeps me going. It's what makes this all worthwhile.
Through the experience and strength from all the other women I lived with, I really learned that drug abuse was not where I wanted to be. And so I really took that with me when I left. And now I work here, and every day is just a miracle for me to come in here and work with these women, to remember where I was and where I could so easily be again. So it's a blessing every day.
Our goals are really to, with each resident, to create self-sufficiency and resilience, because that is what is shown to help the women more than anything. And that is done with all of these various programs that are offered to them at New Phoebe House.
We've learned through the years of doing this that the women build a resilience, that they, if they're gonna break this cycle, if they're gonna make a difference in their children's lives, they need to build a resilience. They need to learn what it takes to stay off drugs, to be involved in the community, to be a good parent, and we give them those skills.
Where I was at before was on the streets, prostituting, using drugs. Where I'm at now is here at Phoebe House. I've been here 2 years, clean, sober, for 3 years, and I feel wonderful. Where I want to go, and my goal setting is that I'm working on getting back into school full time so I can be in the culinary arts program. I love to cook, and that's where I plan to be. I also want to be on the Food Network channel, so I want to be standing next to Paula Deen. And this is what Phoebe House has done for me, is have me think about things that I haven't thought about doing since I was a little girl. Always having those big dreams and wanting to do stuff. And after I started using, I just thought it was the end of the world. But now I know things can happen, things are possible, and the Lord works in mysterious ways. He does. And now I don't have to be stressed because I'm blessed by the best.
These women cannot just get their kids and life will be lazy-daisy after that. They have to profoundly unlearn some things and learn new skills at the same time. So I think we provide more services at that level than any other women's transitional house I know of in the area.
If it wasn't for the Phoebe House, I would probably be dead or be very badly injured. I would have attempted to kill myself. Because of the Phoebe House, I was given a chance to live my life again and start over and have a good relationship with my daughter and live my life to the best I can do.
The importance of this program, what I've learned through the years, is that we need to keep these doors open. We need to keep this place going because we serve a need that is being overlooked in Pierce County and in the city of Tacoma. We are working with women who would otherwise be lost in the system. No one could do it as well as we are doing it for the amount of money that we are doing it at. We're having this fundraiser today because we need to raise money. It's important to keep the doors open, to keep Phoebe House open in this community because we are changing lives. Our outcomes are phenomenal. We are making a difference.